Yo, it's Jason ODB, the Lincoln Addict, on another Lincoln adventure. I posted a video, I think earlier this week or the weekend, talking about the 65 couch that I'm going to make. So I did that to try to keep myself on track, because that's been something that's been sitting. But I also wanted to at least give a little bit of insight into the whole rust thing and why certain cars become parts cars. So I'm going over to Tony Boss Bolin's, the Bat Cave, as I'll call it, Boss Bolin Industries. He's got all the big cameras. They look like the 80s cameras, the real long ones. When I go to his place, it looks like almost like Tony Montana. That's where I feel like I'm going to Tony Montana's joint. But check this out. This is the new road. So there's a whole new exit, and it's pretty cool because right now they only finished one side of the road coming off the main expressway. But what they went ahead and did is they opened pretty much earlier, a few minutes ago when I was talking. It's the wrong side of the road, but because they have that side done, they have it split down the middle, left and right. So it's gonna save a lot of time when I'm going to his crib. But it was weird getting off the interstate, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm on the wrong side of the road. But what I'm going to do is go over, the other day I posted a video when I went to see Tony Boss Bolin's 65, and Lord, that thing almost, of course, went up in flames the first 15, maybe 10-15 minutes of driving it. So you got to go back and watch that video if you haven't. What he was able to do is the next day he was able to take that thing off the trailer, and then he was able to get it in a shop, went out to the parts car. Sure enough, we knew it, there were parts missing, was able to fix that issue, and then he's been working on the window regulators. So just kind of rebuilding the window switches and getting power, the appropriate amount of power over to the motor itself so you can put the window down. I think he's going to try to drive the car tonight over to a little cruise in, so we'll see how that goes. But want to hopefully show you a little bit of what we got going on, nothing too crazy, and just keep the content coming. As I've said in many of the videos, thank you so much if you've left a comment, if you've hit like, if you've watched it all the way through, if you've listened or found the podcast some way. Any of the main podcast apps, including many of you are on iPhone, go to the pre-installed podcast app on your iPhone and search Lincoln Addict, just 2 words. If you've got an iPhone, great, boom, there's your solution. If you have an Android device, look up Google Podcasts, Spotify, I believe it's on Pandora, iHeartRadio, any of those, and just search Lincoln Addict. There's 20 episodes. Some guys have told me they've went back and listened to some of the older episodes because it's given them good tips or they've learned some things. That's why I do it. So here's to 2022. I'm going to keep on trucking. I'm only a couple minutes. That new road's definitely going to cut some time off when I'm heading to Biggity Boss Bolin's place. We're down here, headed towards the Bat Cave. Like I said, he's got those old 80s cameras, those real long ones. And they look like, I feel like I'm going to Tony Montana's house. He's in there with all the big CRT monitors, watching all the screens, making sure nobody's trying to infiltrate the compound. And if they are, I have a feeling he's got machine guns built into the soffit of his house. He's got a little joystick and he can just take them out right there, like a Tony Montana deal. So we shall see. Yo, so we're working in the undisclosed location. And check this out, we're working on 65 that I mentioned the other day. Could have burned to the ground. Working on the dash bezel. Tell me this isn't some effery. What they did, Tony and I were talking about this the other day, back in the 90s, they cut this slot out that ended up being the stereo. Can't have that. So we got another replacement, Blair's Lair, Tony Boss Bolin, of course. Good replacement. Cleaning up all the little bezel deals, taking these off. This is the back of it if you've never seen it. Nick from Slab Shack, you know, he's good at taking all these apart too. I took the extra one I have apart before, cleaned it all up. Good times. Tony's chilling. Again, undisclosed location. We're at the Bat Cave, and we're just killing it. So, got to keep on pressing on. And like I said, a lot more content coming this year for Lincoln Addict Podcast and Death Row Lincoln. Tony's got stickers. I'm trying to get his store online so you can start buying from him as well. It's going to be awesome. You know how we do. Yeah, so I'm plugging away. Basically taking out. There's 1, 2, all the way down. There's about 20. Took all those out. Took all these out and swapped that glass for this glass because one of them was marred up. This is the one with the radio cut out, the fuckery. So Tony just got the building put up, and he's got to wait for a couple more things. He's going to run electric, water, and put the lifts up. It's going to be good times. But the good thing is we are technically taking advantage of what we can right now. It's daylight still. We're going to be rolling out tonight, and then he's got the light right here. So good stuff. Right, Tony? Good stuff. Undisclosed location. We're at the Bat Cave. So we're going to keep the content coming this year, but the main thing is we get the cars on the road. If you've got these cars out there, make sure you roll them. Get them fixed. Get them to the local shop. Or call Boss Bolin, ship him in. I think he's going to be taking cars soon to work on, but you'll have to see. This is the rest of the job right here. You got to keep going, cleaning, Windexing, screwing. So everything's good at Boss Bolin Industries, undisclosed location. We got the government satellites are flying over to try to check on us, but you know, we got to try to stay out of the scope, you know what I mean? We're working on the 65 today that you guys saw the other day. They could not believe the gushing out of it at the gas station. One guy said, thank God for Boss Bolin knowing what to do. And I said, yeah, because man, if there would have been someone that drove up and lit a cigarette and threw it, dude, it would have been like on the news nationwide. So you got to be careful out there, especially with these Lincolns. So normal neighborhood stuff on a Saturday. The guy across the street's helping with the lawn stuff. My Silverado, Boss Bolin's truck. Sunset, dude, it's 70 degrees, 70-ish in Florida right now. It's so nice. And we're just hanging out, working on Lincolns. We're gonna throw the towel in, I think, on the 65 because he's missing, he doesn't have all his tools here. So he's missing one of the sockets that he needs, the rag joint. On 65, you can get through there, you can kind of see, you can kind of go up through here. But if we throw the towel in, the good thing is we can take the 68 tonight, he can drive that. We're gonna do a couple little small things. But the good thing is we'll be rolling. Last weekend we rolled out, Tony took that video as I posted on social media of my car. I took a video of his car, took some photos. We hung out with Bill, which we call Wild Bill, but I think his real nickname is Critical Bill. He's a good dude. So he's of course always rolling with us. He came to the Lincoln Cruise last year with his 68. He's got a 64 Cadillac, which I know that's like not to be talked about here, but it's a really nice car. And he also has the, like I said, 68, so sedan. He's a good dude, he's one of our brothers, and we're gonna keep doing it. So let's keep on keeping on. Yo, it's ODB. We're still doing it. Left Boss Bolin's place, got a lot done. This is the one-way road, if you will. So it's kind of cool that you can see on the left side, way over there, they finished this side, and before that side is open, they basically split this one, and you can come down, you know, obviously right or left, east or west. But want to give a huge shout out to Boss Bolin, man. We had a good time, worked on a 65 like I showed you a little bit earlier, and thank everyone for always commenting, liking, subscribing, and just doing the damn thing. We love these cars. They're not easy, but we learn from, you know, Blair, Chris Dunn, John Cashman, Teresa, Kelly and Irv, great people. A lot of resources here, even in Florida, so we're very fortunate. It's funny, growing up, I would always hear about wrestlers that live in Tampa, in the Tampa Bay area, including Land O'Lakes, where I grew up, and it's very similar with Lincolns. They live in Clearwater, Tampa Bay area. So, you know, thanks to Blair, Teresa, John Cashman, Chris Dunn, Kelly and Irv, you know, all the old school people. Check this person out on a bike. Can you ride a bike on a free, like a main thoroughfare? I don't know. But we had a good time today, man. Like I said, Tony and I, dude's an animal, and I mean that in a good way. He knows that. Always hustling, always working, rebuilding steering columns. I mean, he does stuff like it's nobody's business. You can kind of see here. It's real nice out tonight. Kind of stopped at my tracks. So when I was recording earlier, I exited it off, and before I turned on the GoPro, I was like, wait a minute, I'm on the wrong side. You can kind of see here, because really it should be, I should have been over there, but that side's not finished. So I called Tony, I was like, dude, this new exit's kind of wonky. Of course he said, yeah, you're on the wrong side, but it's legal. So you can kind of see here how I got a little freaked out. But Tony's a hustler, man. He's always working, getting up early, doing the thing. I mean, I think he went riding bikes last night till late. But still woke up. He knew he wanted to get some stuff done today. He's going to pick me up in a little while. We're going to take the 68 coupe out. And the cool thing with it, as I mentioned in the video going to St. Pete, it's got hydros. A lot of people think hydraulics don't ride good. With accumulators, they ride fantastic. A lot of people think, oh, you're messing up the car. No, you can take that stuff off anytime if you really, really, really wanted to. It's an awesome car, 68 coupe, and we just have a damn good time anywhere we go, you know? And he's just a big homie. At the end of the day, man, he's my brother. Met him years ago, and of course, he's got the hustle. I've got the hustle in me, but Tony, you know, he's got a different kind of hustle. It's another level. Of course, I do a lot of the podcasting. He does a lot of the mechanical stuff. So, like I said, I got to give it up to my brother. Got him patched in the severed ties. He's doing the Death Row Lincoln thing. I'm doing the Lincoln Addict. But he started the on the rise movement. So, when you guys see us talk about 65s on the rise, blue, red Lincolns on the rise, buckets on the rise, that all stemmed from the big homie Tony. And the cool thing is, he's from Chicago, so the whole ties into, obviously, the Bears, the Bulls, all that stuff. You remember seeing some of it on SNL. So, thanks to Tony for always having my back. I always try to have his. Lincoln Addict, you know how we do. I'm going to wrap this one up. You can see it's getting a little bit dark out. Stay on the rise, y'all. Big ups to Tony, Diggity, Boss Bolin, Death Row Lincolns, Severed Ties, Florida. Keep on keeping on. Peace.
Will be Motordom's symbol of quality, an automobile and a tradition.